Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a beautiful kingdom called the Kingdom of Eldreda. It was a land of rolling green hills, sparkling lakes, and dense forests, and the people who lived there were kind and generous. One of the most beloved figures in the kingdom was the Queen, a kind and wise woman who ruled with fairness and justice. She had a daughter, Princess Aurora, who was the light of her life. Aurora was a curious and adventurous young girl, with a heart full of love and a mind full of questions. One evening, as the sun was setting and the stars were beginning to twinkle in the sky, Aurora was having trouble falling asleep. She tossed and turned in her bed, unable to get comfortable. Finally, she sat up and called out to her nursemaid, who was sitting in a chair nearby. "Nursemaid, I can't sleep. Will you tell me a bedtime story?" Aurora asked. The nursemaid smiled and nodded. "Of course, Your Highness. What kind of story would you like to hear?" Aurora thought for a moment. "I would like to hear a story about adventure and magic," she said. The nursemaid nodded and began to tell the story of a brave knight named Sir Gallant, who lived in the kingdom of Eldreda. Sir Gallant was known throughout the kingdom for his bravery and his skill with a sword. He had a heart full of courage and a mind full of clever ideas. One day, Sir Gallant received a summons from the Queen. There was a terrible dragon terrorizing the kingdom, and the Queen needed Sir Gallant's help to defeat it. Sir Gallant accepted the challenge and set out on his horse to find the dragon. After days of searching, Sir Gallant finally came upon the dragon's lair. It was a dark and treacherous place, filled with danger at every turn. But Sir Gallant was not afraid. He drew his sword and charged into the lair, determined to defeat the dragon and save the kingdom. The dragon was a formidable foe, but Sir Gallant was a skilled and brave warrior. The two clashed in a fierce battle, with Sir Gallant's sword flashing through the air and the dragon's flames engulfing the cave. Finally, after a long and grueling battle, Sir Gallant emerged victorious. He had defeated the dragon and saved the kingdom from its terror. The people rejoiced and celebrated Sir Gallant's bravery, and the Queen granted him a great reward for his deeds. Aurora listened to the story with wide eyes and a sense of wonder. She had never heard such a thrilling tale before, and she was filled with admiration for Sir Gallant and his bravery. As the nursemaid finished the story, Aurora sighed contentedly and snuggled down under the covers. She was feeling much more relaxed and ready for sleep. "Thank you, nursemaid," Aurora said sleepily. "That was a wonderful story. I feel much better now." The nursemaid smiled and kissed Aurora on the forehead. "I'm glad it helped, Your Highness. Sleep well." And with that, Princess Aurora drifted off into a peaceful and dream-filled sleep, safe and sound in her own warm and cozy bed.